Hi, what's up? This is RJ Sheetal, and guess what? For this Diwali, I'm bringing 5 creator collabs only for you. And today we have with us someone really special, my absolute favorite, none other than Tanvi Mehta. She's a mom, she's a corporate girl, and she's an influencer. So let's welcome her. Hi, Tanvi.
Hey, hi Sheetal. Thanks for having me. It's great seeing you and meeting you in person and talking.
Yes, it's like an honor for me. I've always observed and followed you since so long.
Thank you. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the studio. I heard that it's your first time. So how are you feeling?
It's like surreal. I mean, being on air is something was on my bucket list, and having it here, it's like an amazing experience. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. Anytime. I'm so happy that you're here. We are starting off this Diwali series, 5 days, 5 creator collabs with you. We're starting off with you. So what are your Diwali plans like?
My Diwali this time is big because, for the past 2 years, we have been so much at home, and now with everything opening up, I want to go all out and celebrate and do everything like, meet my friends, host card parties, and, be dress over the top, which I always do. And, do everything good, eat, be merry, and, just soak myself into the festive spirit, because all of us have been missing this for the past 2 years, right? So it's now the time to go all out.
Absolutely. And is it your first Diwali in your new place?
No, the second one. The first one was a muted one because, it was
just out of Corona and all of that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this time it's like, new place. I'm having all my friends over and, having a nice time and get together.
Absolutely. Diwali is all about enjoying with family and friends. And one thing I've observed with your content is that you initially, when I started following you, it was all about makeup and fashion and skincare. I think I started following you when you did that 7 day 7 homemade mask.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, oh wow, this is something I love, and definitely I have to follow her. And from that you've transitioned into lifestyle and now home decor also.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can brand you as a content creator for a particular niche, right?
Yes.
You are there everywhere. So what is your take on that?
See, all of us cannot have us confined into brackets and buckets. And for me, this Instagram is brand me, right. What I am about. And, I have been in this area for the past 5 years, and my life has changed in the past 5 years. So whatever I'm interested in is my own at that time. So it's like, and people who have been with me since the beginning, they have also progressed in the same, linear phase. Like all of us have had kids together, kids going to school together, now buying new homes. So
right.
all of us are growing, right? And as we grow, your interests change.
Absolutely.
So that's how it's been moving, and I'm loving it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I'd be doing tomorrow, but it's just about brand me and what I am passionate about at that time.
And I also like to call this growth,
Exactly.
So that's what it is all about. And
exactly.
tell me something, when did you start your journey?
I started my journey back in 2017, where, you did not have such... the influencer term wasn't there still. It was something called a blog, and I remember having a blog and write weekly, twice or thrice about it. It was called Pink Crayon.
Oh, yeah. No wonder her feed is also fully pink.
Yeah, I'm a pink girl, totally.
Okay.
But that's what you call growth and evolvement.
Yeah.
5 years back, there was something called a blog, a WordPress blog, but now that blog is like nowhere. Nobody goes into the internet and clicks on a URL, and the attention span of the audience is so less. So now that's just moved into Instagram, then pictures, and then from pictures, as Reels. And
how can you forget?
Reels should also not be more than 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It should be like 6 to 7 seconds. So the attention span is getting shorter and shorter. So I think it's everywhere.
It's everywhere,
Yeah.
right? And for you especially, how has that transformation been from, a blog, say now, to creating video content, and that too just for 15 to 20 seconds, right?
Exactly.
But the amount of effort that goes into making a 15-second reel, I know, I can imagine.
I know. See, the transition of consumption of media from the audience has changed dramatically in the past 4 to 5 years, and most dramatically in the past 1 year.
Right.
With the TikTok ban and with the Instagram coming over Reels, the best thing which has happened is content has become democratic.
Yeah.
Anybody can make content. Talent is like everywhere. You need not have a base to grow. Just one good thing about you and you stand out. You are famous, making music videos, your name is everywhere. But as much as I would say that the content has become democratic, it has also become a bit crowded. Yeah. So, Yeah, that ways I would say, but still I like the change that anybody can do anything with a phone camera and from any part of the world.
Right.
So that's so nice and so democratic. So yeah, so one thing which I would say was, my key point was to evolve with time. Right, I had to ditch my blog. I had to close my blog because there was no point getting it, up and running. And then moved into Instagram and then stop clicking pictures and stop and, start creating videos or whatever you do. Like you eat a food, you go for a coffee, you eat
Reel.
Reel. So yeah, that's how I think you have to keep evolving in this business to keep growing.
Keep growing,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But given a chance, what was your favorite thing to do? Video, pictures, or writing a blog?
Writing a blog.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I rarely see content creators say this.
Yeah.
But that's such a nice, fresh.
I know, they were the OGs. Like, I remember reading blogs 10 years back.
Yeah.
When, we would wait for people to post their blogs once or twice a week and we would wait for the time. And now, nobody remembers nobody. Whatever pops in your feed, you just go ahead and see and then scroll up and down. So I'm still a bit old school, but yeah, reel is also fun, but blog is more meatier.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
knew your target audience and you could have your content, tailor-made for that audience. Now your audience is too huge. I mean, your audience is blurred. You're not sure if your content is going to be shown to that audience. So it's like everywhere. So you have to appeal the masses if you want your account to be a commercial one and grow.
Right.
And, so that's been a challenge, but nevertheless, I'm a girl who loves blog. Writing blog. I
Old
would say.
school, but I definitely agree with you. And
Yeah.
I'm old school like that. And I miss, times when we could just read and not
Yeah.
read anything for that matter. Blog, books,
Exactly,
and all of that. Even now,
exactly.
I think attention span has reduced so much. We pick up a book
Exactly.
and we are like, oh man,
Exactly.
let's see what's happening on the internet.
I myself would have had such, this thing that I would finish 12 books a year. Now, like one book a year.
Yeah,
God, where
I
are we? What is gone? Like,
I used to in my yearly goals it would be there 12
Yeah.
books at minimum 12 books,
Yeah.
maximum you can stretch it, but now that
Exactly.
goal I don't know where that's gone.
it's gone. It's gone. We are all slaves of social media. I'm so sorry to say that, but we all are slaves of social media.
Absolutely. And I think you started off by putting out your OOTD pictures,
Yes,
right? Especially
yes.
not generally, but the office OOTD.
Yes, yes.
So you've always been a fashion girl, right?
yes. I would want to say that, but I am in the corporate background for the past 10 years, and I've always been the one who always stands out, maybe because she's always dressed up.
Yeah.
I've always been like that, and I've always been unapologetic about that.
Yeah.
And I think that in a serious world, you can still wear your pink blazer and red stilettos and walk in, and
Yeah.
you can be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Many women, and I would really want to point out this thing, being in a corporate world myself, women still fear of being judged on the way they dress, and just because would I be taken seriously. I've seen so many women in the corporate world just wear a black blazer and black trouser just to blend and look like one of the men's in the room, so that they are not the odd one out.
Right.
Why do we do that? We could express our femininity. Like, if you like dressing up, that's fine. If you don't like dressing up, that's fine. But you shouldn't shy away from the choice of clothes just to be posed at someone who's serious.
Yeah.
So I had never done that, and I would always be the one who's different. And that's how I started. As I said, 7-8 years after the corporate working, then I would really daily document, and I still document it, and I still love my job.
I've seen that.
I still love my job. It's nothing that I don't like corporate and I've ditched my job for something nice. No, I love my job. I'm a regular 9-to-5 girl. But I really like dressing up, and that's how I started documenting my daily OOTDs, or outfit of the day.
Yeah.
And it started from there. Like, people started noticing me that, okay, this is what you wear daily, because for me, fashion has always need to be relatable.
Right.
Apart from being creative, it should always be relative. At least, I am like that. So yeah, that's how it's all started, and yeah, it's been moving.
That's wonderful. I think you, to sum it up, you are being yourself.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And you see in corporate world, or rather just anywhere, I
Yes.
think girls have stopped being themselves, right?
Yes,
They
yes.
try to fit in, or they try to pretend to be someone else, but
Exactly.
somewhere they've lost who they actually are, right?
Exactly. That's what. So, being in this industry has, being some part in fashion and some part in corporate has also given me opportunities to interact with women in corporate. And I have had workshops and, sessions during Women's Day or in general where we talk about like how are we losing our feminine side just to try to fit in into a group of men? I mean, I'm all about gender equality
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, if you'd want to dress up, go
It's
ahead
your
and dress
choice.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't fear of being judged
Right.
is a big thing still.
Yeah.
Though people are evolving, but yeah, the fear of being judged still exists.
Absolutely, that's true. And have you ever posted videos on YouTube?
No, I think that's
Yeah, that's something I want to ask you. Why haven't you ventured into YouTube yet?
because I just feel that it is a medium which requires a lot of commitment.
Okay.
YouTube videos cannot be as, lazy ones, 30 seconds and then you go off and let
Hey,
go.
we have YouTube Shorts now.
I know. I haven't ventured out of YouTube, but yeah, you're giving me ideas.
Yes, you should.
I
Come
should.
on.
I should. I should. Yeah.
And now that you're on Instagram, important question for you is: do numbers really matter? You
If
can be honest.
Of
because
course, if you talk about the commercial part of it, yes, numbers matter. Because slowly, as I told you, that this is not my main job.
Right.
But again, one of the revenue streams I have been actively pursuing for the past 2 years. And most of the brand collaborations, they do look at numbers.
Right.
Unfortunately, because that's how their business
Yeah.
works. And this is how, they filter out people. So sometimes numbers matter, but eventually I think in the last 1 year, as I said, when the reels thing has started coming in, your visibility and the so-called Insta algorithm, whatever it is, are pushing raw content more on the platform because they just want the platform to be more democratic and for the sorry to say masses, like everybody can do it. So they're trying to push non-conventional and non-commercial content creators to give them that pushing into their platforms after TikTok ban. So the conventional content creators who do it professionally are facing a setback. And honestly, I feel my engagement in the last 2 years has been stagnant.
Oh,
It
okay.
isn't like, reels would grow. I mean, I would want to have grown exponentially,
Right.
but that exponential growth happened in the beginning 3 years when, reels hasn't come in. But
Right.
I'm sure if you ask any content creator, it's like luck. I mean, and the most ridiculous part of it is that you never know what would click.
Yeah, exactly.
So the most well curated, thoughtful content would not click and would not have the reach.
Yeah.
But something random like, sipping a coffee or just passing by, anything would click.
Yeah, I know.
So it doesn't work that way. I'm not sure.
Absolutely. In fact, I've also experienced this. Some random video where I've just put my pictures. It's got good views.
Yeah.
And some video where I've thought about it, like hired a photographer to get it
I
done and all of that.
know.
And it doesn't do well at all.
I know.
And honestly, I don't know, most of the creators say this, that you at least have this perfect balance of organic content versus sponsored content, right?
Yes.
But for audience, I don't know why, they love organic content. The
True.
minute they see you, they're like, oh wow, Tanvi is amazing.
I know.
The minute you post a sponsored content, they're like, oh, we don't like her.
I
Why is she doing sponsored
know.
content?
Why?
Why is this happening?
It's just like the way we skip ads in YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just like the way we skip ads everywhere. It's like that. People do not want advertisements, but if you really and by the way, content creation is now a commercial. Influencer is a legit profession.
Yes.
And as any profession, you need to have money associated
yeah,
with
I
it.
know.
And Instagram wouldn't pay you for the views or likes. Brands have to pay you. So
Yeah.
we're so sorry to push in the commercial content if you do not like, but just think of it as our way to earn.
Yeah.
Just like any other profession.
That's true. But I don't think you've got any hate, right? Like your feed looks extremely positive. At least the vibe is like that.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
hardly see any hate for you, right?
I have been very mature in using social media.
Right.
And I would confidently say I have very much actively used the 2 buttons in Instagram, which is block
Perfect.
and unfollow. So these are these are like two amazing buttons
Weapons,
to have.
yeah.
Like, hey, come on, block. Just, you do not need to
Yeah.
sulk about it and let it affect you.
That's true.
Just block, and once a while, I just go through all my follower list and just
Filter it.
filter
Like,
it.
Not
No,
needed.
Exactly. I mean, I don't need that kind of
Yeah.
a thing, no? So,
That's
yeah.
true. Because mental peace is important,
Of
right?
course.
One comment or one hate thing should not let anything affect you. And I honestly appreciate you for that.
No. People behind that other side of the screen
Yeah.
is in what mental state. You also give them a benefit of doubt
Right.
from where they are coming from and just move on.
Yeah, that's
Like, once
true.
you make your account public, it's like you're open for everything. So, yeah,
That's
that
true.
ways.
So, how's this transformation been? You became a mom, right?
Yeah.
So, how was that change? How did you welcome it? And your content also similarly transformed,
Matured,
right?
right.
So, how was that?
See, becoming a mom, one thing I was very clear since the beginning. Being influencer, non-influencer, doesn't matter, that I'll continue doing things what I used to do before the baby. Because I've been very much vocal about it, that 20 years down the line, when my kid is a teenager or an adult herself, I shouldn't be like, oh, I did not do this because you were young. I think both of us, like me and my daughter, both of us are growing in this journey. Like, she's growing up, seeing her mom and her dad. I'm also growing up with her and evolving as a human, as a mother, influencer, corporate girl, anything you would say. So I think that is one thing which was very clear for me, that I would never stop doing anything, not a single thing. And being a mom, it requires a little extra effort to do these things,
Yes.
but never stop doing it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
even if it's meeting out your friends, which you used to do, or going out all alone on a mall, just like whatever you used to do, or working out, like whatever, continue doing it. It would require a bit of effort from your side. And, for all moms, it would have a bit of mom guilt.
Yeah.
But go
Let
get
it go.
away with the guilt and just go ahead.
Yeah.
You don't want to be someone, right, in your
Yeah,
40s and 50s.
absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure all of our parents have told us at any point of life that, I did this because of you. We don't want to be those parents.
No, मैंने तुम्हें पाला है
पाला
मैंने.
है, मैंने तुम्हारे लिए कितना किया है. नहीं करना.
Yeah, that's true. And I really like the way you manage everything, because I've seen so many, when you post those screenshots, those DMs, they're like, Tanvi, how are you doing this?
Everybody says
yeah,
that.
I'm managing a child, managing a corporate job, also doing this content creation, right?
I know.
It's like,
I just believe, just showing up.
yeah,
Never wait for a right time to do anything. Never wait for yourself to be perfect at anything. Just go ahead and show up.
Right.
That's enough. That is just enough. Don't think of excellence at all. Don't think of perfection. Just do it. Even if you barely manage to do everything, do if it makes you happy. So just go up and show, and don't wait for anything. I mean, don't
don't wait
that,
for the right time.
Don't wait. I've seen so many women wandering and having such nice business ideas in their head, but the right time, what is
What is right
What
time?
is the right time?
Yeah.
So yeah, just jump, take that plunge, and do whatever you want. Even if it's like quitting your job and staying at home, do it. Just don't think of the right time.
Absolutely. So you're more like an impulsive decision maker, or do you think it out?
Mix of both.
Mix of both. Yeah, you have
Oh,
those
not
days,
overthinking.
yeah.
Not overthinking.
Not overthinking.
But thinking
right,
definitely.
right, yeah.
Not thinking definitely.
Awesome. You know what? You have one competition when it comes in terms of fashion, which is, I mean, it is your daughter.
Yeah.
I see you posting her pictures, and she is so good at posing, man. I
know.
don't know. She's better than you. I'm sorry to say that.
She is. She's so proper.
Yeah.
I don't know how come
she's like diva.
I know. I see. Always putting your child, and I would like to say the dark side of, being a mom influencer. Sometimes you have this guilt that, you're putting your child all over social media. Is it like something that she would be cringed about when she grows up, that why did you do this? Like, I'm just telling you my raw, dark thoughts, which many women have, like, posting content about your child and for having everybody to see it. But then I realized, and I could see her flair, that she loves doing it. So I thought that, okay, she enjoys. I just tell her, like, okay, we have a video to shoot. Okay, mama, I'm all ready. And she'll be like always like this.
Yeah, I've seen her. And sometimes the cross leg.
God, I don't know who that she'd look at me, how am I posing, and she'll pose like that. So She got it in her jeans. That's
Yeah.
what I would say.
How old is she?
She would be turning 4 in couple of
4.
months.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, kids, they grow up. And how's Mr. Z's reaction? I don't think anybody knows what's his name. We like to call him Mr. Z,
Mr.
right?
Z, I know. The thing is that we are complete opposites, and I say opposites attract.
Yeah.
I've been with him for the past 20 years. Like, we have
Wow.
grown up together, so that's how it is. Opposites reacts, and he has no social media presence at all except LinkedIn. So yeah, he'll never show his face anywhere. Like,
Yeah,
he
when-
has his wife to compensate that for.
Compensate. Especially when you go for vacations, you put the camera in front of him and he's so
He's
awkward.
like, he's frowning. He's always frowning. I'm like, come on. But yeah, that's how he
Yeah,
is.
but how does he deal with now 2 women doing this? Right?
Oh my
it was
God.
one of you, now it's your copycat also.
That's what, even in family pictures, so-called family moments, me and my daughters are there and my husband is clicking the pictures. So that's how we balance it out.
Balance it out.
Or else imagine having the whole family addicted
Yeah,
to clicking
that's
pictures. It
true.
would be a
Yeah.
madhouse.
It's a good balance.
I know,
Yeah.
it's a good
but
balance.
heavier on your side, I want to say
I
that.
know, too much heavy on my side.
Now, when we spoke about, how at least girls nowadays try to pretend and they're not being themselves.
Exactly.
Right? You have a daughter, right?
Yes, yes.
So are you worried about this fact that now that she's on social media, not with her personal account, but you are posting
course.
so much, right?
Yeah.
Do you have this fear that she would turn into someone else and she would not be able to actually think about who she actually is?
Exactly. Yeah, I totally feel that. And lot of my ideologies and thought processes have changed after becoming a parent, because I want to set an example in front of her how it is supposed to be. I'll just give you 2 very quick examples, and it's completely organic. It just came to my mind. I was driving and there was a case of road rage that happened, and there was a man, a very angry man, constantly banging my car, asking me to give money. It was me and my daughter and my mom. The mom she's like, give the money and go away. I was like, no, what would I show it to my daughter? Like, she has to fight if anything injustice is happening. So I was sitting in my car on a rainy traffic weekday evening, and I called the cops. And I made sure that the man is penalized. I kept sitting in my car and I told her, like, this is now, it's not supposed to be like this. If somebody is coming and, troubling you, and if you think that man is bad and is doing wrong, you just not get away with it. You have to punish that person. If he's bullying you, he has to punish. So that's what I said, that, we as parents have to set examples right in front of her. So yeah, this was one thing. And the other quick thing, I would say that it just happened like 10 days back. It was about the traditional festival Karwa Chauth.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been practicing the Karwa Chauth and fasting for the past so many years. I've been with my husband. But now suddenly I just realized, I mean, you do you, but I find it too much of a patriarchal
That's
thing.
true.
I feel that why do you need to fast? Why does a woman have to fast? Technically, good, your husband is fasting, but why does a woman have to fast? What am I showing in front of my daughter? That woman has to fast for long lives of
For
their
a man,
husband,
yeah.
for their kids, for everybody.
What
not
about
for us, yes, exactly. So, it was such a big decision from my side that I had to break that mold myself.
Right.
Like, that I would not fast. Of course, we do that traditional puja, etc.
Custom.
Like, whatever, the fun part of it.
Right.
But no, it shouldn't be like, oh, mom is hungry. Mom is penalizing herself just so that my dad has a glorious life.
Yeah.
So, this is just like, I would say that these are like small examples which us parents or mothers basically
Yeah.
have to, portray for a girl child, so that they grow up and, not fall in the traps which we have been following.
Absolutely. I think the younger generation, or the younger parents rather, like you and your colleagues, I think their understanding of parenting is so different.
Sorted.
And it's so sorted, right? Like how you mentioned about this Karwa Chauth, which even I have the same thoughts about, okay?
Yeah.
But I never told it to my parents because I know it's gonna like trigger something and all of that.
Exactly. And we
But
have been following it blindly.
yeah, exactly. Same thing goes with Kanyadan, right?
Yes.
I am against it.
So true, so
I'm
true.
like, how can you donate your child?
I
Kanyadan is
know.
basically donation, right?
Exactly. I just hate that.
I hate that, yeah. So when I told this to my parents, they were like, It is a custom. It's a tradition. You have to do it.
Yeah.
That means you're considering us as a liability.
Right? So true. Like, these are the things we have to break the mold, even if we are, making people around us unhappy. That's fine. But when something is wrong, it is wrong.
It is wrong, absolutely. And it's so nice of you to voice it out in front of your daughter.
Yes.
I think that sets a very good example.
Very good.
Right?
Let's not the next generation have that baggage and trauma.
Now, talking about the creator industry, what is the reality like? Is it really that glamorous? You attend events, you have shoot days, and then you get so many views, good money, all of that. What is the reality like?
The reality is, imagine you dressing up, like I've seen, and it's also me. You dressing up in 10 beautiful Indian ethnic wear, but you have nowhere to go. Wearing those 10 outfits. It's just for the camera. So that's the reality. You dress up for the camera. You show that, fashion and flair and dress up for the camera. So that's the reality. The second reality I'd feel, I understand that creators are very, very creative, and I'm not putting anybody down, but trends like wearing a skirt as a dress, wearing a sari as a cape, those things, I'm so sorry, but I'd really want to ask that, would you be comfortable draping a dupatta as a top, like a tank top, and going out?
Right.
Or wearing a skirt as a dress? Would you be doing it? Would you be doing it? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
so sometimes
true.
I feel, in the name of creativity, for me, it's always relatable, everyday fashion, which I would wear and walk out. But I've seen people doing it good, that, that's a creative outlet. But is it for real? No. And the second most thing which I would say, that this industry is very, very unorganized.
Okay.
The industry has evolved, like the jump has been so much, and behind these industries are PRs and advertising agencies and marketing agencies which have come in, but the creator industry is not formalized yet. So how it typically works is, and it is like a daily struggle, ask any creators, there are no formal contracts in place. Even if the formal contract is there about payments, etc., like sometimes you have to forget payments. Sometimes it's delayed for like 5 to 6 months. Like more than that, you multiple follow-ups. I'm not sure, like many of the new creators, like, they fall into the trap that, okay, I'll do it for you. I also want some work and that visibility.
Yeah.
But they really don't know that they're falling themselves in a trap or a never-ending thing.
Encouraging others to do it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, the competition is so much. Nobody wants to lose a brand deal. Yeah. But again, you need to have your, you do you. That I would say. But yeah, this is the biggest challenge, that the industry is not formalized, and people who are actually doing the work, the content creators who are creating content in various platforms, I'm not sure how well that money is funneling.
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
I still feel that the funnel is like this, and the creators are at the bottom of the funnel.
That's true.
So that's still happening.
Yeah, especially when an agency is involved.
Mostly an agency is involved.
And I've heard that agency guys are like really rude. Sometimes at least.
Yes, mostly very rude, unresponsive. So it's what you see, like in a branded video. There's so much effort goes into it. They reject your content. You have to shoot, reshoot. Sometimes they find that the tone is not right. Sometimes they find that your top color is too bright. It's not matching with the brand aesthetics.
My God.
So you really don't know what all things are pointed out.
Right.
So yeah, that's how it is. But as I say, that we are still in the bottom of the funnel.
Bottom of the funnel. Yeah, that's true. And since you're in Bangalore, do you feel that the creators in Bombay have an advantage because of the location,
of course,
the kind of brands that they work with,
of course.
At least for a consumer like me, I definitely feel there is, right?
Of course.
We don't see a lot of Bangalore creators going for a
Fashion week or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, of course. The cream creators are in Delhi and Mumbai.
Yeah.
Bangalore, I don't know where it is. It's nowhere in the map when it comes to content creators. So we are not there yet.
Yeah,
we are not there yet. Or the brands have to see some potential here.
There is potential.
Of course, but they have to start noticing it.
That's what it is, right?
All the cream is there. We do not have much. Nothing.
Yeah. There was this event for K by Katrina, and
I know
people from Gujarat also went.
Exactly.
Creators, but I was like, why weren't people from Bangalore
I
invited.
really don't know what's wrong with it. I think we need to initiate something.
Something, yeah.
Exactly. Why do big brands fail to notice
Yeah,
us, and why nobody from, I remember Neelu Thapa from Big Hair Loud
Yeah.
Mouth. She's one person I see. I used to see like couple of years back, very actively doing fashion weeks, but not sure what's
Yeah,
happened.
that's true.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I'm hoping it changes very
Of course.
soon, right?
Yes.
Last question for you. We have so many young creators coming up, right? What is
Yes.
that one advice you want to give them?
One advice I would say, just be yourself, even in the content creation industry. If you'd want to follow, following trends is fine once or twice, but if you keep following on the trend, you would never be noticed. People really want to see brand you. And whatever you are passionate about, it doesn't need to be dressing up or travel necessarily. If you are passionate about maybe gardening, or maybe about anything, like singing is like very commercial, but small things like gardening, very small things like home decor, anything which you're passionate about, just go ahead and do it. If take this as a way of a creative outlet for you, just to have that creative cells moving. I think Instagram and social media is a great platform to live the alternate life which you always wanted to live. Like, if you'd say like 20, when I was in my teens, I'd love to do something in fashion, but I'm that conventional boring engineering and MBA. But then when in fact I started blogging when I was in my 30s. I'm in my
Okay.
late 30s
Oh,
now. So
okay.
I started
Doesn't
blogging.
look like, huh?
Yeah. So but 30s. So it's never late. At 30, I decided there is a platform called Instagram, and I can still live my fashion dreams from there.
Right.
And never matter, like I was already there in the industry for like 7 years, 8 years. I could still take this up and do it. So take this as a creative outlet. Don't stop. Don't shy away. Don't shy away from making your account public. Don't feel cringe about what my friends, colleagues, and
Yes.
relatives would say. Don't feel about that. Just do it. Remember, they're admiring and talking behind your back, even if they don't like or comment on your content.
Absolutely. That was Tanvi Mehta in conversation with RJ Sheetal. Tanvi, I want you to tell all your handles. I want people to follow you and keep this thing growing for you, yeah?
Thank you. So, you could find me on Instagram in Tanvi Mehta Srivastav. And I'm on Instagram only as of now.
She'll be on YouTube soon, hopefully.
Yeah, YouTube. Sheetal just told me that I have to do it.
All right. Thank you so much, Tanvi. It was great talking to you. I
Same.
think we've got such good insights. And I really love the ideology that you have and you take it forward, right? That's really commendable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was great talking.
Fever.